welcome to this new episode of Continuum Gaming, and in this episode I'm going to talk about another Sailfish OS related topic. As you can see, it's going to be MeeCast, weather forecasting app. And why I'm doing this, there's a problem with the inbuilt one of Sailfish OS at the moment, because more or less it's going to show you some kind of information like invalid authentication credentials or something like that, and you are not going to be able to use it at the moment. I think that's now for about 3 or 4 weeks or something, and now I just thought, hey, we might have to do something about that. There are different things you can do about that. One is, for instance, you can really replace the internal one so that you get all the information on the start screen there too and stuff like that, which are going to give you really the real information of your position and stuff like that. But I don't want to overwrite that for now, at least. So I'm not going to do that route. If you want to know more about that route, I'm going to post information about that in the description down below. First off, I'm just going to show you the app that you can activate if you want to and get information from and work with that. For that, I'm using my Sailfish OS empowered Xperia 10 Mark III, as you can see here. And I'm using my laptop, which is standing at the side here down below, and it's connected to my TV. And like that, I can, for instance, show you what's going on my smartphone on the big screen, because I'm using a technology called Screencast on my smartphone, which is constantly taking pictures and sending them over to a web server, which is locally, so it's not in the internet, but locally in the and I can access that by Wi-Fi with my laptop and show you everything that is going on my screen. Problem about that is that it has a little bit of a lag, so if you see some kind of a limited lag, something like 1 or 2 seconds or so, it only is happening because of this technology. It's not about the smartphone being stuttery or something, it's really only because of that. And so let's start with what I want to show you here. First off, I'm going to show you my screen, as you can see here. And if I'm now doing something, you can already see it's going to be shown on my screen here on the big TV screen too. First off, I'm going to turn around, and now let's see what's going on and what I'm talking about. In the end, as you can see here, we have some kind of trouble in this case because there is this information, invalid authentication credentials. You're not able to set up your own there or something, so that is a really big bummer if you ask me. And the problem seems to be that forcast is really charging very high amounts of money for an API key, and like that Jolla didn't want to pay that at the moment, or did just forget about it, I'm not sure. Anyway, in the end, at the moment, you're not getting any kind of real world informations, and like that is not what we want here. So what can we do about it? We can install an app which is called MeeCast. You can get that in your Storeman, for instance, so Open Web Browser, or in Jolla itself. It doesn't matter. I got the one from Storeman in this case. If you go in here, just go to the upper menu there. So just drag down the slide menu there, go to search, and search for me in this case, with EE. So if I do that, then you are going to get a couple of different things. Okay, give me 1 sec. Oh, maybe because I already got it, I'm not sure. Let's search for weather first. Yeah, here for instance, MeeCast lock screen might be something you want to get them, or MeeCast for Sailfish OS. Take one of those. I'm going to use MeeCast for Sailfish OS in this case, and as you can see, this is the app we are going to download in this case. If you do that, just go up in the menu there, get it there. First off, if you didn't install it till now, you will have to click on that, or on install or something like that, and then you can install it after that. And the app itself is looking like this. Give me 1 sec. Here's MeeCast. As you can see, if you start, you don't get any kind of information at the start because you didn't check in some kind of a location at the moment. So if you click on set location, then you have a couple of different options to set in here. For instance, which kind of yeah, more or less the service provider in this case will you use. I will use overwrite.org. You can use any of the other ones too. forcast.com I wouldn't use because you might sooner or later need to get some kind of an API key for that. With OpenWeatherMap, for instance, you would need one if you have very large amount of stuff, but in the end you can use it for free too. So next one, just get your language, region and so on selected. I'm not going to select my real one, but something in, yeah, not directly here, but in the same state at least. And I don't know, let's use Wiesloch or something, it really doesn't matter. And let's try to update this. And as you can see, if you update that, now you have the information about this town in this case, or this little city in this case, which is called Wiesloch in this case. And as you can see, you get a couple of different informations as you would really, yeah, in general need to know about. It's a pretty nice one because you can for instance have a look at each of the different days. You can have a look at different informations you're going to get here. So for day, for night, of course, and for instance in different kinds of weather situations. So for instance on this day for 14 days or 14 o'clock, so this is 2 o'clock in PM. For anyone who doesn't know this kind of information there, or this kind of yeah, the clock in military time or whatever you want to call that. In the end, you can get any kind of information you want here. There are a couple of different other ones. For instance, the rain probability, for instance, is there. We have the wind directions. This is the pressure. And we have how much wind is going to be expected in this case. Pretty nice thing. You can even do it, as mentioned before, for a lot of different days here. And on Thursday, of course, and if you want to go furthermore in the direction or in the future, for instance, then you're getting other information. It depends a little bit on the different service provider you're going to select, how many of those days you are going to go into the future. Some, for instance, can give you up to 14 days, I think, others maybe 10 days, others 7 days, whatever you are selecting. It might change a little. I don't really, yeah, I wouldn't really recommend to get 14 days or something because it's just very unreliable, so whatever. In the settings, if you go in here, you have a couple of different options too. For instance, you can of course manage your locations, so the ones you want to show to check. You don't have to check only one location. So if you are, for instance, paddling, or if you are, for instance, I don't know, going to a vacation or something, then you can set up several of them if you want to. And other than that, you can, for instance, set up if you want other measurement units, for instance Celsius. If you are more like a Fahrenheit guy or whatever, you can do that too. I wouldn't recommend that, but in some countries it's just what you want to know there. And you can get a couple of different other informations, like for instance what the wind speeds should be in. Should it be miles per hour or something? Should it be kilometers? Should it be meters per second? Whatever you want there. I am more like a kilometer per hour person there, because I just can easier use that in my brain at least, but you can use meters per second or whatever you want to in this case too. Yeah, same with pressure, of course. So bar or millibar can be used, Pascal and millimeters HB, whatever that is, I'm not sure about that. But you have a couple of different other options here. And here you can, for instance, use miles, kilometers or meters. And like that, of course, you can change the appearance even. So in some situations, it's not for all the different service providers too, but here you can, for instance, select your own icon set. So for instance, if you want not the default one, you can, for instance, get, I don't know, shiny or something. Get that in, and if you have a look at the icons now, it's a little bit more shiny in this case. So different kind of clouds here and stuff like that. So it's all about the visual experience of you and what you really like there. There are a couple of different other options, for instance, transparency or not and stuff like that. Just play with them. I don't think they are very important for whatever you're doing here. And there is, of course, one thing that might be important for you. So I actively selected English for this video, but of course, in general, I'm using the system language, which is up here, which would be German for me. And like that, you can, for instance, get different kind of languages there. And yeah, this is more or less the app. Pretty nice one if you ask me, so you can really easily get everything done here. Go to the settings, for instance, have all the different informations updated here, and of course, if you are just activating this, you will get different kinds of information about what you're using. And in the end, at the bottom here, Open Weather Map is there, which will give you the information which service provider you are using at the moment. And like this, I think this is a really nice app to, at least as long as you can, get over it and then work with it till the next big update. And hopefully Jolla is going to address this problem then. And till then, this is going to be your best bet to get really nice information about the weather you are going to experience. Good thing about it is that, for instance, you get it on your home screen too. So as you can see the position you are in, you can see what the cast is going to be and stuff like that. So very nice that it's going to be shown on the display here very easily, not as nicely integrated as if you are going to go to the event screen with the default one, but at least you are getting all the information you might need there. Yeah, and I would say, sorry, my laptop went into sleep mode. I would say this is more or less what I can show you about this app. If you want to know more about all this and where to get every other options there, for instance, to replace this up there, just have a look into the commentary section down below. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, of course. And if you didn't subscribe till now, just do that right now. Other than that, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, see you in the next episode, and bye.